The Ring Fanatics podcast, episode number 118. I am Nick, your host. With me, as always, is my co host, Joel.
Yep.
Today, we're going to be doing predictions for this Saturday's upcoming WWE's Night of Champions premium live event, not pay per view. But
hmm
before we even get started with that, as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all social medias Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and the audio streaming platforms that you can listen to the audio version of this podcast.
Yep.
So, like I said, Saturday is Night of Champions. We're also going to be doing Double or Nothing predictions this coming week as well. So, what are your thoughts on this pay per view, Joel? I'm just going to get straight into it. Are you excited for it? Not excited for it?
Eh, I'm not that excited for it. We'll see what happens though, but I feel like a lot of the matches are just kind of predictable,
Yeah,
except for the tag match.
yeah. I would say that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Every other
That
match, I feel
one's
like we know which way it's going.
true. That is true. I mean, we don't know unless like
We
somehow we
don't
get
know, but
swerved.
like, yeah, if we do get swerved.
Yeah, so we don't know. That's the thing.
But I always feel like Saudi big things don't happen. There's always like one big thing. There's never like a
But it's like
couple.
random. It's like a random big thing.
And that's why I don't think anything's gonna happen in the tag match. I think something else is gonna happen that night, but I don't know. We don't
Yeah, we
know
don't
till
know.
it happens.
Yeah, we'll talk about it once we get to that match.
Yeah,
But
let's hop into it, man.
anyways, let's get right into it. First match on the card that I have here is Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch 1-on-1. Do you what are your thoughts on this match? Who do you have winning, Joel?
I don't really care.
You
Trish
don't
is
really care
winning
about this?
though. I don't. Trish is winning though.
Really? I got Becky
Yeah,
winning this.
really. Nah. We're in Saudi, baby. That's where the legends come to win.
True, true.
I think this is just. I think they're gonna have another match at SummerSlam. I think
Hmm.
this is gonna play out for a while, and I think it just makes sense to have Trish win. Because
That
just
is true.
to have
That
this
is true.
whole thing happen, her turn on her, to have one match and Trish loses and then leaves, makes no sense.
Yeah. The
So,
only way I can see this happening is like maybe if she cheats to win, like
oh yeah,
maybe.
definitely, she's not beating her clean.
Yeah, I think Lita is gonna come out, and I think she's gonna be the one to help Trish win.
Oh God,
People are
really?
assuming that like she's not gonna be around because she's like done and over with right for the storyline. But I think she's people are gonna think like, oh, she's gonna be aligned with Becky because Trish attacked her, but maybe Lita attacks Becky instead. Ref's not looking.
Maybe,
She comes
yeah.
out, and that sets up the rematch for
And
SummerSlam.
swerves us, yeah,
Yeah, that's one of the swerves that I was saying. Like, I think that's gonna be something that could happen.
yeah.
I don't
I
know.
I mess with that. Maybe, yeah, because you could prolong this.
Yeah,
You could prolong this. Um, so I could see a match happening at SummerSlam. That's why I
man, it
have Trish
definitely
winning.
is. I agree with you because I don't think it's just gonna be like a one-time thing for
Yeah.
Trish. Now
Nah.
that I think about it,
I,
um,
so what I think, if you're gonna do Becky and Trish at SummerSlam, you gotta build up Trish. You gotta make me believe that she's staying for a while.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I need her to win at Saudi, and then keep winning, qualify for the women's Money in the Bank, and
Ooh,
then Becky comes. That's when Becky returns. We don't see her from Saudi to Money in the Bank. That's when Becky comes out and costs her the match, and we start the storyline all over again. And
okay.
then that's what leads up to SummerSlam.
Or unless
So
like we
now you're
don't,
like Trish is staying for a while. Now she's in the Money in the Bank match. You know what I mean?
or
Like
yeah,
in your
or like we could
mind.
do what like with Lita with like have like Becky versus Lita for Money in the Bank, and
Maybe.
then Trish still in the Money in the Bank, and then that kind of extends the story a little bit longer
Yeah.
instead of just throwing it like you said, just
Either way, I think Trish got to win, so you extend it. You can't just have a one-off.
yeah,
You can't
that
have
is
Trish
true.
just come in and lose to Becky.
I was surprised that they did it so soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
That they
thought they
had
were
this
gonna
match
wait
so
for
soon.
SummerSlam,
Exactly, that could have been
but
the only match, but I guess they wanted it sooner. I don't
I
know,
guess
but yeah, I guess I don't know, but I do agree. I
Saudi
didn't think
baby,
about that
Saudi
too.
paying. They're like, yo,
Yeah,
we want
Saudis.
Trish. Fuck out of here.
Exactly. Whatever they want is what they're going to get.
And
And
that's
that's
why I
what
think legends win in Saudi.
exactly. Um, but yeah, I was gonna say Becky. but I think I might have to change my mind now because I think you changed my mind.
It just makes sense.
It does make sense.
You know what I mean?
Like you said, I don't see Trish winning cleanly. It has to be
No,
because
yeah,
she's some way.
yeah. Especially
Um,
because she's a heel. She gotta cheat.
yeah, exactly.
She's gotta do
Would it be
something.
Lita? Probably not. It's probably gonna be some other way when like ref's not looking. She pokes her in the eyes and then roll up 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it sounded stupid.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
so,
mind I wouldn't mind the Lita thing, but also I don't really want to see Lita after that WrestleMania performance. Keep her away because wow, that
but
was crazy.
again, like if it's just, if it's for Money in the Bank, like 1-on-1, okay, cool. But if she's not gonna wrestle, then just like
Let
I
her
don't
be
know.
her manager. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just don't let her get in the ring.
unless it's like a tag team match at SummerSlam where it's like
Nah,
Lita and
even that even that keep her away. Did you see her at WrestleMania? She was moving in slow
yeah,
motion. I know
yeah,
I'm talking a lot of shit because I'm a big guy, but like from what she used to do, she was moving in fucking slow motion.
fucking jumping off the top rope, and
Oh
I
my
don't.
god, it was bad.
That's
It was bad.
yeah, yeah,
Because I
yeah,
was watching the match and I was like, yo, it's not me, right? Like she's moving in slow motion. Like this shit's taking a while for her to hit a move, right?
yeah.
It, it was true. Like a lot of people were saying it too. It didn't look good. Sometimes you gotta know when to hang it up.
Yeah, I mean, it was one match. It's not like she did it like consistently in a row, so I'm
No,
gonna
but
give
you
her the
don't
benefit
want it
of
to
the
become
doubt.
consistently because then people are gonna start looking at her like the Undertaker. Remember when the Undertaker kept getting injured and was
Yeah,
looking old? People were talking shit on him, which they shouldn't because he is the GOAT.
that is true.
So you don't want her to become like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. As long as like it's again, if it's just one match at Money in the Bank, then just the rest of the time just chilling on the side, that's
Yeah,
fine by me.
maybe she'll be better.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Maybe she'll be
Yeah,
better this time around. It was a sick. I don't know. I don't know. I guess she wasn't like training enough for just maybe she thought she was gonna rely on the other two the entire time.
exactly.
I think that's what it
Maybe
was, but I don't know. We don't know the reasoning. We're not wrestlers. I can't really judge her
exactly
anything.
facts. I just know when I was watching it, she
It
was
was
moving in
slow.
slow
Yeah, it
motion.
was slow
I was
motion.
like, whoa, this is not Lita.
Yeah, this is not the leader I grew up watching.
This is not the Lita I grew up watching.
But yeah, I think I agree with you now. I think Trish should win it.
Trish, baby.
If it's Becky, then I don't know what they're gonna do unless they both happen to be in the Money in the Bank, which I highly doubt. And then one of them cost the other one the match, and then I don't know. It's kind of like which is not the best booking,
Yeah.
but it's um I don't know. Probably they probably be like fuck it, just do it anyways. I don't know, but I do think yeah, like you said, I do think Trish is winning, but not cleanly. I
Yeah.
would be surprised if she just won cleanly and
No,
pinned
yeah.
Becky.
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, it has to get like you said. It has to give me a reason to believe that it's going to continue on for
Yeah.
another 2 months, 3 months, 3 months. August, right?
Three
Isn't it? Oh,
months.
September.
Yeah. But that's why I was like, you cut it off at Saudi. We don't see Becky till Money in the Bank.
Exactly.
Keep her
Yeah,
off of TV.
yeah, that is true. I think she's also doing a movie with Seth. I don't know if it's the same movie as Seth, but I know she's doing some type of movie thing.
Yeah, so boom. You get rid of her
Yeah,
till Money in the Bank. And then she comes out and costs Trish whatever match she's in.
yeah, true, true. Um, next match. So you got Trish, right? You said you
Yeah,
got Trish.
Trish.
Bet. So do I. So do I.
So we just
Next
hit.
match on the card is Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. The rematch.
Oh,
The
brother.
rematch.
Oh, brother. I didn't even watch Raw last night because I missed it.
It
Cause
wasn't their segments wasn't that bad. I was invested in it
so I
after
didn't even
last night.
watch it. I was just like reading the reports and stuff, and it
Yeah.
just sounded like a lot of just like
It was like I don't know.
I'm
I thought it
still
was good.
injured, but I'm gonna still fight at Saudi. Like,
So
come on,
here's my
brother.
theory. Here's my theory on this. So did you see the clip of like the last thing with Triple H and Cody Rhodes? Did you see that?
Yes.
Did you see at the end the smirk that Triple H did?
Yes.
I think that Triple H is probably gonna have some type of, in terms of storyline purposes, being involved in this storyline because yeah, obviously he's in charge of creative. He fucking does everything in what's going on right now. But
You
I think
telling me
that
he's gonna book himself in a storyline?
yeah, I think. that not like obviously he's retired, so he's not going to compete. But I think that he's probably going to be like, oh, I was the one that told Brock to take out your arm. I was the one that told Brock to cost you the triple threat match because I don't want you to finish the story. I personally don't want. I want to take their. I don't know if it's real beef. But I don't think they have any beef in real life. But take that
Nah, they
so-called beef
fought.
from real
Yeah,
life to on
they
screen.
said they like squashed it, but like
Yeah, I don't know,
this
but
nigga broke the throne.
yeah, in on July pay-per-view.
I would never forgive him.
Yeah,
I would never forgive him. Fuck
yeah.
out of here. I would never forgive him.
But I think it'd be
We
cool
all
if
know
like
who it was about. You know what I mean? It wasn't like,
it was
oh, it could
obvious.
be
Though. It
about
was
this
obvious.
person or this person. It was obvious. And
Yeah,
that's why I would never forgive him if I was Triple H. I would be like,
but
yo,
I
fuck
do
you.
think I
That's why
do
you
think
lost that mania, because I'm booking.
yeah, exactly. Like maybe that's it. Like maybe that they tie that into it. Like oh, I'm booking everything. I can not finish a story for you. You know, and then
I
you have
control you.
like Brock is like Triple H's guy because he can't wrestle anymore. He retired. He has health problems.
Yeah.
So what if like that's a storyline right there. Just Triple H, Cody Rhodes versus Triple H's guys. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Authority, but not really the Authority. It's just
Yeah.
Triple H, even though he is Authority technically. But
I don't know.
you
I
know,
took it more as because the same shit happened to Triple H. Remember when Brock was just breaking
yeah,
everybody's
that's what
arm
I'm
that
saying. He's
had to
telling
do with
him
him?
like he's giving him advice. Like it's not really, you know what I mean? He's trying to
Yeah.
hype up Cody just to lose. You know what I mean?
And like, did they say his arm is broken or like is he just hurt?
I think he just hurt because
Okay,
they would
that's
have
what some report that was like he has
hurt.
a
I don't think
broken
it's actually
arm.
hurt.
And no, yeah, for storyline
Yeah,
purposes. But I'm like, you're not about to go into this match saying that he has a broken arm, so that you could try and build him up when he beats Brock in Saudi.
yeah.
There's no shot they're doing that. But I kind of feel like they are. But
Maybe, maybe I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Who you have for this match?
I would say I would. I don't know because I don't. If the way I think of it is like if Brock wins, they might extend the story a little bit longer. But if Cody wins, this story is over. On to the next chapter. So I'm gonna say Cody
Nah, because that would
again
be 1-1.
because Cody won at Backlash.
Oh, you're saying if Cody wins, it's over.
Yeah, if Cody
Okay, I
wins,
thought
then
you
the
said
story's over.
Brock wins. My bad.
So like if Cody wins, then the story's over. Then well, this chapter's over, I should say.
Yeah.
So like, I think that if Cody wins, then yeah, the story's done, and then on to the next thing. Maybe he's in Money in the Bank. Maybe someone else comes out and attacks him during the match.
Or maybe Legends win in Saudi.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
But
damn.
you are right. You are right though, because Money in the Bank is coming up, and at Money in the Bank, you could win a chance to main event WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Yeah. I'm not gonna forget that promo. God damn.
The
Oh man.
American Nightmare wins it in the United Kingdom.
It's,
Like,
yeah. In the United Kingdom. And that would be a nightmare for them.
oh
But
man,
yeah, I don't know. I think I would say, damn. Now I
I
don't know
really
now because
don't. I
now
really don't know who's gonna win this match.
I personally want Cody. I don't know if they're actually going to go with him. Because again, like if Brock wins, then maybe they'll extend the story a little bit longer from there, which I don't see happening. That's why I'm saying Cody, so that way he can win, build his way up to Money in the Bank, not win Money in the Bank, feud with somebody who would cost him the Money in the Bank ladder match. Then there you go. He's not even close to
Like
the
who?
championship yet.
Like who costing him a match at Money in the Bank
I don't know anybody.
to set up for SummerSlam?
Who would you? I know. Yeah. Do you have someone in mind? I feel like you do.
I already know what's gonna happen. It's
Tell me what's gonna
Brock.
happen.
It's Brock.
Oh, Brock. Okay.
It's
Like
Brock.
like 2019 Brock, when he wins the Money in the Bank again, or like,
No. He's just gonna come and just cost him the match.
or maybe he cheats again at Saudi, and then that's when Brock comes out. Like maybe we hear his music, but he doesn't come out, and then it's like, or he climbs the ladder, no music comes out, and then there you go, he hits him in the briefcase, then boom.
Maybe.
Because it'd be stupid if they did that again if like they made him win like the last time. I was like, that's stupid. I'll never forget. That was Mustafa Ali's time.
With the
Fucking take.
listen, that shit wouldn't. I'm gonna be straight up. That shit was not gonna work. I'll be straight up about it.
Mustafa
It was a
Ali
cool
winning?
idea on paper. It sounds dope. Yeah, him winning it sounds dope on paper. That shit was not gonna work Vince would have got tired of that and he would have lost some money in the bank on a Raw. He would have
Maybe.
lost
I
it.
don't.
He would have did. It would have been Otis. Or it would have been an Otis
I don't think it
situation
would have been Otis. I think he would have held it for a little bit if he actually would have won the
because it
briefcase.
was it was a cool experiment,
Yeah.
and Vince gets tired of experiments, so he would have did it, thought it was cool at the moment, and then been like, maybe we should have not done this.
But
As he does with a lot of storylines when he was booking at
yeah,
that
but the
time.
thing I
Think
don't
about
know
it.
because I feel like
At that
time
time, there was a lot of shit that was like, how do I say it? Experimental. They were just trying shit out, seeing what stuck to the wall. Just throwing shit at the wall, see what stuck. So I think that would have been something that they just threw at the wall. And if it stuck, cool. But I think that shit would have just. They would have got tired of it. They would have
but
not
I feel
known
like
how
at
to
that
book him.
I feel like at that time, I mean maybe the booking part, yeah, I agree with,
Because
but
who
I
was
feel like at that
champion at that
time,
time?
I think it was Seth. I think it was Seth. And I think if at that time Mustafa Ali would have been a fan favorite if he would have won it,
Yeah.
and then people would have been behind him for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know if his, and then again, it's Money in the Bank. He's not winning the championship that night. He
Yeah.
has a chance to win it, which I feel like during his Money in the Bank, that 365 days that he would have held it, he probably would have, at least gotten people behind him.
No,
But
yeah.
the only thing though, the pandemic happened shortly, like a few months later. So I don't know how he would have done without the crowd there. That's the thing.
Retribution.
Retribution. Yeah. God, I'm trying to forget about that shit. That was
That was
so bad.
bad.
That was bad.
Um,
But yeah,
but shout out Ali, man.
yeah, we can get into this match.
Yeah,
But I got
so
Cody. I got Cody,
I'm
right?
gonna just say I got Brock.
You got Brock. Okay, okay. So next match, Intercontinental Championship, Gunther versus Mustafa
Do
Ali.
you want to hear something crazy?
Tell me something crazy.
So we were watching the Battle Royal that happened. What was it? 2 weeks ago?
I think
Or
it
a
was
week
last
ago?
Monday. Yeah.
Last Monday. Did we record last week? No.
No.
That's why I didn't tell you this story. The match starts, right? Because they only did like a couple entrances.
Yeah.
And we were like, yo, I wonder like who's gonna win this. Like, and then all of a sudden they did like a zoom out and showed the ring. And they showed Ali and what's this dude's name? Mansoor? The dude
Mansoor.
that
Yeah. Mansoor.
Mansoor, yeah. And me and my brother looked at each other and he said it before I said. He said it's gotta be one of them, right? Because of Saudi. Because I
Yeah.
was like, yo, if you think about it, Ali around Saudi, they love to book him around that.
Yeah.
They never use him, but when they're about to go to Saudi, they always love using him, which is so crazy because he is such a good wrestler, and you could do a lot with him if you actually take your time and build him instead of just, like I said, they were gonna just throw shit at the wall and see. Hopefully it works. But now I feel like under Triple H, you could give him a good run. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, not saying he has to win this match, but like this could be a start for Ali. Now you're in the title picture again, right? I don't think he's beating Gunther. Gunther's
No,
winning, I think.
I don't think he's.
But I hope this is a good start for him and not just a booking him because of Saudi thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see what you mean.
You know exactly what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I hope he does have a great showing to where like maybe he does. Maybe this is another one of those matches where he does like lose because Gunther like maybe cheated to win.
Yeah.
He underestimates Ali to where like he couldn't really pin him cleanly, so he has to do something to help himself win.
Not even that. You could have Gunther beat him clean.
Oh yeah.
But
Like I'm not saying like cheating,
have
but like
Ali have
almost beat.
have
like, almost.
a close, like a couple close calls, like
Yeah.
1, 2. Oh, he kicked out. Whoa, you almost beat Gunther. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that could help a lot. I hate that they really do that, like with like they do that with Ali. They did that with Jinder when India was getting the WWE network. All of a sudden, they were like, "Yeah, put the belt on him." Like,
Yeah. If
just
they're gonna,
for purposes of advertising. Like, you should be using these guys all year round. I don't know why you only using them around Saudi.
like
And
I
they should start using Ali more. My bad to cut you off, because he's a free agent, and they should treat them like a big deal.
exactly. That's what I'm saying too. Like I think if after I agree with that. I don't think they should just use Mustafa Ali just for the sake of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
I want him to be in Money in the Bank again. I want because I love this character of Mustafa Ali, and he's actually like I've always been a fan of him, but just now recently I'm like shit. This is the time to put at least a championship on him if they haven't
and
done so already.
this works because of the secondary title now.
The World
It's
Championship,
you got
and the thing
AJ
is too with
himself.
that, it's like again we spoke about it the last time. They should bring back two Money in the Banks for men, two for the women, one for each title, the
Yep,
main four titles. And then, or in this case, there's three because it's not the universal one. But you know what I mean. One for the SmackDown,
not
one for the Raw,
yet.
both brands, and then put Mustafa Ali in one of them. You know, he's a free agent. He doesn't have to stick with one.
Exactly.
And then maybe people will be behind him. People will be like, "Oh shoot, I want him to win now. I think it's
Yeah,
believable." You know what I mean? This is that. That's one thing that I kind of want. Like, I hate when like fans say this and do this, to where it's like, "Oh, this person needs to win. He should be the only winner in this match. If not, I'm gonna riot." Like, yo, make the match believable to where like the fan favorite for Money in the Bank. I know we're switching topics, but like
yeah,
the fan favorite, it's like LA Knight. That's all I'm seeing on social media. LA Knight. I wouldn't be mad at that. I'm not saying I would hate it, but it's
yeah.
like make it believable to where like if so and so wins as well, I wouldn't be mad. Like I'm not gonna be mad at that.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't be mad if like a fucking Ali won it if he was built up properly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if like AJ Styles won it if he like you know what I mean.
I would
I
love
don't.
AJ Styles to win it.
Yeah, I love AJ Styles. I'm like he's never held it. I don't think.
No.
That's something for him too. But you know what I mean? I want it to be like build up to where no matter who wins it, I wouldn't be mad at.
Yeah.
Same for the World Championship later on tonight, which we'll talk about not tonight, Saturday, which we'll talk about tonight later on.
Yes.
But I don't know why I said that weird.
I know
But
what you
yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But like we'll talk about that, and the same thing with that match. It's like no matter who wins, I wouldn't be mad at it. Um, but
I feel you.
I love Mustafa Ali. I think, like you said, I just hope that Ali gets somewhat of a close call a few times during the match, or at least make it believable during the match that Ali can potentially win it. Because
Yeah.
the build up wasn't so great. Like I forgot this match was happening because after last night, Brock was like, "Get a life, man," some shit to Ali. I was like, "Oh man, they're treating this guy already like a." But like, no big deal already. But it's like
Yep.
just make him a great showing during the match against Gunther. Make Gunther underestimate him, like I said, to where like he has to do something to win, not cheat necessarily, but like to where like he has to like chop him a few times, keep him down, power
Yeah.
bomb him a couple of times to make him stay down and not get up. That's what I want to see in this match. So that way, at least afterwards, people can be like, okay, now I want to see more Ali on my TV screen.
Exactly.
To where, yeah, at least for me, I always want to see him on my TV screen, but like I want
Oh
them
yeah,
to be
he's
like,
dope.
okay,
Yeah.
now I realize it. This push is good,
No, I
and
feel
then
you on
yeah,
that. I agree with you 100%.
yeah, because yeah, we all see it, the fans see it, but I don't think they see it clearly
No shot.
because it's crazy to say that like he's only. I don't even think he won the cruiserweight championship. Did he? I think he did because I remember he's gone after it a few times, but I'm pretty sure he did. I remember at 38 he faced Cedric Alexander for it. That was when Cena was. Remember Cena was in the crowd. He was reacting to it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he was a champion. He walked out of the championship as champion.
Let's
But I
see.
feel like
Let's
he
see. Let's
was.
see. Uh.
That was 20. Oh, it was in 2018. Whatever WrestleMania it was in 2018. I don't know if it was 38. 38 was this last year.
Yeah.
It
Nah.
must have been 34.
Yeah. It
Maybe.
doesn't say nothing.
Let me find it. I know. WrestleMania 34 match card. That was in New Orleans. That one. Might have been a pre-show match.
He has pictures with the belt,
Oh yeah,
but
so
I
it's
don't think he was champion.
so the match at WrestleMania was it was a vacant title. So Cedric Alexander won the vacant championship.
Okay.
Um, Mustafa Ali.
I always remember his matches with Buddy. I remember he had
Yeah,
a big rivalry with Buddy, but Buddy always beat him
yeah,
because Buddy was nice.
but he was not. Yeah, I missed the cruiserweight days though. Those are
Yeah.
great ass times. If they could showcase it again like they did back then, I wouldn't mind seeing it as another title on the main roster because it's like that was a
Question:
great time. Yeah.
does WWE still have that Friday show?
They used to be 205 Live.
Yeah.
I think so because I see graphics on it.
Is that still a thing? Okay.
I think so. They pre-recorded on Tuesdays before NXT, and then they just release it.
Oh, okay.
But
I
yeah,
just thought about it now. I was like, is that still a thing?
yeah, it's like it's the way I see that show is like I think it's called Level Up. Level Up. It's
Okay.
a kind of like a developmental for the developmental brand. Like
Gotcha.
they use like the non-TV people on there to kind of like work their way up to the actual
Dark.
TV stuff.
Dark.
Yeah, pretty
Like a
much.
dark kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, and it's
Like
usually
a
I think it's after
like
SmackDown,
a
so
like a velocity or like a heat.
kinda.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would say that.
Yeah, I've never checked it out. I'll be real honest with you.
Yeah, me neither. I never watched it. Not a lot of people do, I think, but
I think the only
it's
time I ever checked, even when 205 was there, I never watched it live. I would always check up on it. But like, I think the only time I watched it live was when there was a match happening on SmackDown, and they were like, it was for the title. Damn,
cruiserweight
who
title.
was fighting? And they were like, yo, we're gonna finish this on 205 Live. Like, if you want to watch the rest of this match, you gotta go over.
They should have done. They should have had the cruiserweight division on SmackDown if they had it aired right after SmackDown. Because then it's gonna be like, oh shoot, next up is this person versus this person, cruiserweight title. Cool, I'm gonna watch it now.
I always said put it before Raw. 8 to 9
Okay,
cruiserweight,
yeah,
205
yeah.
Live, and then 9 to 11 Raw.
Or 7 to 8, 205 Live. I mean, you know what I mean? Or
Nah,
on
but
TV
that
because they used to have it on TV because I
nah,
forgot about that.
yeah, but that helps because it takes away time from Raw. So instead of having to do 3 hours and have an hour of just bullshit, you'll
Yeah,
have the cruiserweights to take away that hour from you, and now you just gotta book a 2 hour show.
yeah. Quick thing. I saw an interview with I think it was Kalisto or one of the Lucha House Party members, to where like they said that they were this close of having cruiserweight tag team titles. Like they actually
Yes.
had it made and ready, but they just never debuted them or had them.
Nope.
Which
They just
sucked
sit.
because that would have been perfect. That would have
They're
been perfect
probably
because if you think about it, you had the Singh brothers, you had the Lucha House Party. I think you had Legado who started there on 205 for a bit,
yeah.
and then you could have just put two people together as a tag team, which would have been dope to see.
Those
Because they
belts are
had
definitely still there, just chilling in the back, in
oh
like a
for sure,
trunk or something, just
probably in the warehouse
like a
somewhere,
props.
like in the warehouse that they have. You know, they do that show where they just go through shit. They probably
Yeah,
have
but
it
they
stored
also
somewhere.
carry around props with them, and that shit's just probably sitting there just in case one day
Oh
they
yeah,
decide,
yeah.
fuck it, take it out, let's do it. Fuck
If
it.
they bring back the division, cool,
Hey, y'all
awesome.
remember we had these?
Yeah,
Fuck it, put it on TV tonight. Let's announce it.
uh, yeah. That'd be so cool and random, but I would love it if they brought back the just for no reason. Hey, the cruiserweight tag team titles, cool.
Facts.
Nah,
Yo, but it says he wasn't. It said he never won it.
damn, that's insane. He has no championships in WWE. That's insane. But I would love to. As much as I want him to win, Gunther's not going to drop to Ali.
Gunther.
Gunther has just been on a roll, and I love Gunther. Gunther's amazing, bro. He's amazing.
Yep.
That dude,
Yeah. What? Yo, he's the guy.
he's the guy. Yeah. Would imagine
Right
Ali?
now, guys coming up, him and Solo. It's him and Solo.
Yeah, it's him and Solo. Did you see that? Did you see that thing where it's like they're gonna be the next heels in the next 10 years, or the biggest heels in 10 years from now, something
No.
like that? They're like there might be the next the biggest heels within the next 10 years or something like that. I don't know. Something with heels in 10 years from now. That's all I saw, but I forgot what it was at the moment. I just remembered it now, and then I don't know, something
Oh,
like that.
okay.
I think in 10 years they're gonna be the biggest heels, something like that. I'm not gonna don't
Yeah.
quote me on that, but
It makes
something I don't know.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes sense. Especially the way they're going right now.
yeah. They're especially right now. They're insane.
Yep.
Jeez, jeez. Yeah, that I love those. No, you can't go wrong with Gunther too, because Gunther
No.
like he gives you that like final boss vibe
He has
to
the
you.
look too.
Yeah, the jacket,
Like
his
the
scary
villain
like
type look.
intensity.
You turn a corner and then you just see him. Ha ha ha. And then it's like, oh damn, I gotta fight this guy now.
I had that moment with Tozawa. Remember when he first showed up? He just turned around and walked behind. You saw
Yeah.
that moment? Yeah, it's like that. Like that's how people should be treating him like shit.
Yeah.
Like the introduction that Ludwig Kaiser does beginning. That I don't even know what he's saying half the time, but I'm like, dude, this feels intense. Like, I
It
love
gets
this
you
intro.
hype. It gets you
Yeah.
hype.
At the WrestleMania entrance, I was like, shit,
That was cool.
that
Yeah.
was cool.
The Mania one was dope.
That was a fun. I know, but it's Gunther is like he should be. I wonder who he's gonna lose it to. Like I wonder who he's gonna drop the title to. Who do you think he should though? Like realistically, like no matter when, or who do you think should win it, or who do you want personally?
I don't know, to be honest.
Because you could throw in a lot of names.
You could, but like, who's really believable right now that they could beat Gunther?
Like I think you gotta
Sheamus
throw
and
in.
McIntyre couldn't even do it.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
that
I
is true.
mean? Like,
That is true.
who you gonna throw in there? LA Knight? I don't
He's
feel
on
like that's
SmackDown.
too believable. No, yeah, I'm just throwing names out
Oh
there though.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
I would probably say like maybe a Bronson Reed. Maybe
nah, you gotta give
a
that to
Dame.
somebody that
Give me you know
needs like a big like oomph.
give me
Like,
give me give me Damian Priest. Give me Damian Priest. I don't care if they're both heels. I don't care if you want to boo or cheat one of them. Give me Damian Priest to pin Gunther cleanly. That is
that's
the
not a
guy.
bad choice. That is not a bad choice.
you He should be the next Intercontinental Champion, especially at the performance at Backlash, which I
Oh
still
yeah.
think about to this very fucking day. That guy deserves something, and he should be the one, even if it's a triple threat.
How
Give him
didn't
a
they
triple threat.
even give him the title? Like, not the title, but the title match. How didn't they just give it to him?
Just probably Battle Royal again.
No, but I'm saying like, you know how they did the triple threat matches, like to get into
Yeah,
for the title tournament.
yeah,
It happened the night right after Backlash. You should have had him win that match. Give him a little like, give him a
yeah,
little run. But I guess since he was in the same match as, because he was in the same match as Rollins, right?
yeah. I think it was him, Rollins,
But of
Shinsuke.
course they had to have, yeah, yeah. Was it Shinsuke?
Yeah,
Yeah,
him,
yeah, yeah.
Shinsuke,
Yeah.
and then there was Finn. There was Finn, Cody, and I think the Miz.
Why have Finn there? Why not have him and Finn switch places? You can still do the thing with Brock. You have Priest win, and then he loses to Rollins.
Yeah, that would have been fire. I don't know. That would have been amazing to do.
Yeah. At least give him something after that performance. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
And he's like, yeah, I'm loving this stuff that he's doing with Shinsuke. I guess that's something, even though it's not really him versus Shinsuke, it's Finn versus Shinsuke.
Yeah.
But it seems like, but after Backlash, Damien deserves to be in the Intercon. I know they wanted to be in the main event, but he deserves the IC Championship.
He deserves to be in the world title picture. I don't
Yeah,
know why we're doing this predictable shit with Seth Rollins.
I think he'll be
Hold
someone
on, you know
who,
what? Get into that. We both got Gunther, right?
yeah,
Fuck it.
Gunther
Let's talk about Rollins and AJ.
for the World Heavyweight Championship. You want to start off again? You seem like you're about to say something.
I feel like it's predictable.
You gonna say Rollins?
Rollins.
Yeah,
You just had the draft. The other guys on SmackDown. You're gonna have him win it to move him back to Raw without his faction? Makes no sense.
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Rollins, who should have beaten Roman, is now given this title. Like, it was so predictable. I was kind of tight at the way that they made it so predictable.
Yeah. They should have had like a multi-person match instead of a one-on-one.
Yeah, and then they brought up the. That's when I was like, oh, this is all for like, so he could be like the first.
Yeah.
Like
They should have made it. They should have made like the two winners of or all winners of the triple threat matches, the fatal four-way for Night of Champions. So that way, it's like, okay, Bobby could potentially win it. Finn could win it too. Now it's like, it's
Exactly.
25% chance that Rollins wins it. So now it's a 50-50% chance, but we all know he's gonna happen. So I would have believed it if Finn was in this fatal four-way. Be like, okay, you can give it to him. He can shock
Exactly.
the world and be like, oh shit, Finn won it.
But right
But
now, I'm just
now
looking at it. I'm like,
it's Seth.
it's Rollins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would love. My heart wants to say AJ. I want them to give it to him. I would love to see AJ as champion.
Yeah.
But I also know Triple H got Rollins' dick in his mouth, and he loves the guy, so he's gonna give him the title.
Uh,
Tell me not,
yeah, I mean,
right? Okay.
yeah, and I know he's also filming a movie, which is people are saying like he's gonna be out for a while. They're still gonna give it to the guy. I'd rather have him hold it for a couple of weeks, whatever, defend it at pay-per-views more often than Roman, and then rather than AJ Styles is on the other brand, like you said, he's gonna go to the Raw without his faction, and it's like it doesn't
Listen,
make any sense.
this title is a secondary title.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but it's
I
true.
don't care who wants to argue with me. This belt is on the same level as the IC in the US to me.
Ooh, ooh, I would. I hate to say it, but I kind
Until
of agree.
someone proves to me that they can elevate this belt and make it a world title, it might have the name World Champion. It's not a World Champion. They're both
I
on
feel
SmackDown with the one,
I
the
feel
only,
like
the Tribal Chief.
I think the first way to kind of make it feel as important as the Undisputed Championships is to make this the main event of the card. I know people are gonna want Roman as the main event, but they're gonna have to make it the main event if they want to make it relevant again. Because if they don't, that's gonna be the sign one that hey, we don't give a shit about this title. We want you to believe that we do, but if it's not the main event, it clearly says that we don't care.
Nick, they don't give a fuck about this title. They just want to quiet the internet and stop talking about how there's two belts and the guy has both of them. So they want to just shut up the internet. They don't care about this belt.
Yeah,
That's why they did 4 quick triple threat matches and then the finals in a week.
yeah,
And they didn't spread it out.
they should have. They
They
should
didn't even
have.
build this up.
They built up the same weekend as when it happened. So I can see that they could have done it, but like again, but I haven't even
They
seen
could
Rollins on
have
Raw.
if they cared, Nick.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
why should I care if you're not going to care?
that is true.
I could bet money this might open the show.
Ooh, I
Especially
don't
with
know.
these performers.
What do you
Because
mean?
where you going to put it? You going to put it behind Roman?
I would say I would have Roman in the middle of the card. I would throw that match in the middle of the
Something's
card.
happening in that match. That
I'm
is
thinking.
not in the
So I don't
middle.
want to get. I'll get into. I'll talk about it when we get to that match. That's the last match we have. Um,
Because it's the main event.
no, I wasn't.
I'm
I wasn't
fucking
trying
with
to
you.
make this the
I
last
know,
one, but
I'm
you brought
fucking
this
with you.
up.
I'm
You brought this
fucking
up
with
before,
you.
so I don't. But I say Seth too. I mean, I got Seth winning.
Yeah.
I feel like that one's like it's a fan favorite, but I think he can elevate it. Like I said, the only problem is that he may be gone for a while to film that movie that he's in. So I don't know what they're gonna do if he's gonna be there every week, gonna be there via satellite. Was he gonna defend it every pay per view? It's gonna be like not every pay per view now. If you give it to AJ, it's gonna be like, why did you give it to AJ if he's on the other brand? He's gonna leave the OC behind. He's gonna be on Raw. So it's like, what's the? I don't get it. They put themselves in the hole with this match. I feel like, although Seth Rollins is the more obvious choice and the one to that's favorited and makes more sense, it's like I'd rather see a more active champion.
I want AJ. I want AJ. He deserves it.
Yeah, he does. He does. I think this is the whole thing with the transfer. It's like they said in the draft that there might be transfers. If this is the case and they bring the OC with them, cool. That's fine. Doesn't make sense, but
But
that's
like,
fine.
who? The draft just happened. Now you got to trade 4 people to SmackDown.
It's not really a trade. It's just I mean, it didn't SmackDown's not getting anything in return. You're just
So you're
giving it.
losing 4 superstars, and now
Yeah,
Raw's gonna gain 4 superstars just because one guy won the title.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't make
No
sense, but I think that's
shot.
how. Because the thing is with that, like with the transfer
Maybe
stuff,
that's
right?
how we
Let's say
get Cody back with Roman on the
probably.
same brand.
Let's say if like they do end up having AJ winning the championship, and him and the OC does go to Raw, right? I'm pretty sure. I highly guarantee. Yeah, that would be confusing as fuck. People would be mad at that, right? But the way I look at it is like, in 2 weeks from now, in 3 weeks, in a month from now, are we really gonna be butthurt that 4 people went to the other brand after the
Yes.
draft? I won't be.
Yes. I
'Cause
will
I'll
be.
to
And
be
I'll bring
honest,
it up to you every week. I'll be like, yo, did you see AJ on Raw?
but
Can't believe they moved him.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I would be like, so what? It's 4 people. What? It's not like they switched everyone
Cause
back to the
their
other brand.
planning fucking sucks. That's what gets me tight. It's not that the people are moving. It's that why didn't you just do the fucking draft after Saudi?
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
is the Raw Women's title on SmackDown and the SmackDown Women's on Raw?
yeah. That's a whole different. I think I said this once before. I think they're gonna change those titles. That's why they're probably doing that. They just didn't want to do it all at once, probably.
What are you gonna do with Nick?
Maybe, maybe,
It's
maybe
been
at
two.
Saudi.
It's been like a month and a half since these champions have been on different brands.
I think at Saudi they're gonna have the swaps. Like we're gonna see maybe like at the top of the ramp when Rhea and Bianca come out, it'll be like, here's a new title. This is the SmackDown Women's World Heavyweight Championship, and the WWE Women's Championship here,
What they
new
needed
belts.
to do, what they needed to do, was because that would have been extreme, but not really. Like if you made champions untouchable.
Because I don't think they're gonna make them drop the belts for
No,
no reason.
no.
They're gonna continue that title reign. And that's why I think they should just be presented the new WWE Women's Championship and the Women's World Heavyweight Championship instead of being here. Swap your belts.
Who
Here's a new
gets the
title reign.
world? Who gets the heavyweight?
I say the world for Bianca and then the WWE Women's for Rhea Ripley
Why?
because I don't. I just feel like her title reign is like the longest. So I think she deserved it. But I think they both deserve it. But it's like either way, it's fine by me. Who gets what?
Bianca needs to lose the belt.
Yeah.
All right, so we both got Rollins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we talk about that match? We skipped that match, by the
Yeah,
way.
because we went right into Rollins and AJ.
Yeah. We
I would
skipped
love
that
to see
match.
AJ win, but it's gonna be Rollins.
Yeah, it's gonna be Rollins. I
Yeah,
got Rollins
Oscar
too.
needs to fucking win, man. Bianca needs to get the belt off of her. She don't need it no more. We've been saying this for 3 pay-per-views now.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Bianca, but it's like I think it was Io's time at Backlash.
Even
It was
Puerto
Oscar's
Rico let
time.
you know
Yeah, and it was Oscar's time at
she don't
Mania.
need the belt no more. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't. Like I said, I love Bianca. I don't hate her. It's just she can lose it now. You know what I mean? Like you said, I think Backlash Puerto Rico pretty much explained it all. If Oscar doesn't win it, then I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't know. I just feel like it's about time. She's had it for over a year. She's hit the 400-day mark already.
Exactly.
What are they trying to? I don't get it. They can definitely have her
What else are
lose.
you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, I mean I get it. You want to hit 400 days. That's probably why they had her win at Backlash. But it's like she's hit it already. She's cool. Just have her lose
Yep.
it. I think that's why they brought it back because they probably didn't want to have Oscar lose twice in a row, back to back. They're probably gonna have her win at Saudi probably.
She should have won at Mania.
Yeah, I
She
think
should have had her
Oscar.
moment.
Oscar, I don't think Oscar's ever won at Mania, which is the worst part because it's like you made her Owen whatever. Because she's lost to Rhea at
She was
37.
she was undefeated going into 34.
Yeah. Yeah, she
And now
lost.
that bitch hasn't won a match at Mania. She went from undefeated to losing shit. What are we doing?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But I think she does deserve this win. She has to get this win.
She does.
Like I don't know what they're waiting for with this. If unless they have the money in the bank win to do it, which doesn't make any sense, they probably don't want to have like let's say if Oscar does win, right?
Yeah.
And then let's say a Raw superstar wins the money in the bank. Then you're gonna have someone cash in on Oscar? Yeah, they could wait to, later on. They don't have to do it right away. But knowing the history of the Money in the Banks, they're probably gonna have it cash in the day of Money in the Bank. So that way Oscar could lose it for have like a 2-month reign. And it's like, come on. So I don't know. Maybe they're trying to do that.
I have a quick question for you.
What's up?
Off topic. What kind of, but not really. Money in the Bank. Are you allowed to go to a different brand? Or do you have to stay at your respective brand and go for that title?
I would hope that they. I mean, it would make sense because it's like it's just you can catch in anybody, anytime, anywhere. But that's why I mentioned a while ago, a couple of episodes ago, they should just have only brand exclusive Money in the Bank matches, so it makes sense. But I think whoever wins it can cash in on either or, because Liv did it last year. She was on Raw and then she got cashed in on SmackDown Women's Championship. She won that.
Oh,
She
yeah.
moved and then she moved over to SmackDown.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna do that again. Just
Now,
whoever
but
wins it.
let's say you're on Raw, right?
Yeah.
But you cash in on the Raw Women's title. Do you stay on SmackDown? Or you bring it to Raw.
I think that's what they're doing. They bring it to Raw.
So now you gotta have the Raw and SmackDown champion on Raw.
Unless she feuds with like a SmackDown belt.
Oh, Nick, this could get tricky.
Unless they have her go up against a SmackDown star and then lose it there. But they don't show
Because it
up
could
on.
be like, yo, I just cashed in on Rhea. She was only on SmackDown because she's a SmackDown superstar. But this is the Raw title.
Yeah, that is
And
true.
bring it back to Raw.
And then what if like that?
I hate WWE. They piss me off so much.
unless like they do something to where
Because we're
like
talking about stupid shit like this. Like,
unless they what they have is like a SmackDown superstar. They cash in on Rhea. They bring it back to SmackDown, and Bianca has to relinquish her belt.
you know what
bring
they
it back
should
to
have
Raw.
did? You know what they should have did? Just do the swap the night of the draft. They should just, here you go, like the New Day did that time.
Yeah, and then the Becky and Charlotte that one time too. Oh God!
All
I
of
don't
a
know.
sudden, now you can't do it. Like,
Yeah.
maybe they forgot.
Yeah, imagine they forgot the entire time. Like, shit, they're on the other brands. They gotta switch it over
Imagine
now.
you just show up and you're like, yo, Triple H, why is the Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown? What?
Oh shit! What? What?
Go take a look at your belt, Toby.
It's like he's colorblind.
Oh,
He forgot.
shit. I totally looked past that. So we got
yeah.
Asuka, right?
Yeah, I got Asuka. It has to be. If they don't choose Asuka to win this match, I don't know what they're doing. They're waiting for. I don't know.
If Bianca wins, Rhea is the only champion that I acknowledge.
I've been acknowledged, mommy. I've acknowledged mommy since the whole Judgment Day
Oh
started.
no, of course. But she will be the only women's title that I acknowledge.
Unless they
Because
only do one.
Bianca's just been holding that shit for too long. And
Unless
it's just
they-
getting tired now. It's just like, it was cool. You got your record. Now it's just like, she's just running through the roster now.
Unless what they're planning on doing is
She's
having
lapping that
unification.
shit.
And then like they're planning on just unifying both at some point. And then just I don't know. Maybe not. We don't know. We don't know. I just think that like at some point they're gonna have to acknowledge the fact that the other title's on the other brand. Because at this point, it's like if they're not saying anything,
acknowledge that shit.
exactly, and it's like, what are they gonna? That's why I feel like at Smack on Saudi Arabia this Saturday, they're just gonna, like I said, they're just gonna show up with brand new titles. So that way, it's not brand exclusive. Because at this point, every year since the draft, not every year, once they go to the last 3-4 years, they had the other champion on the other show. And it's like, I think to avoid that is to bring new championships and to not even, so it's not a brand exclusive. Same with the tag team belts. Switch those out, get those out. Call WWE Tag Team Championships and World Tag Team Championships. So that way it's not a brand exclusive title. You know what I mean? It's kind of getting annoying now. They're most likely going to do it next year if they don't have it anymore.
Or be smart like they used to do back in the day. And have your champions lose the belt before the draft.
Yeah.
Then you won't have that problem. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that is true.
They're like, oh shit, like Paul London and Brian Kendrick just won it last week. Like, they're not moving to Raw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. So it's like, now it's just like everybody's on, like, off, like, nobody's off limits. So shit's just moving around. It's like, now you're putting yourself into situations that, even though they don't really matter, they still matter.
Yeah.
Because I know we shouldn't care, but I fucking care a lot. Because it's like, it feels like you planned nothing. Like, it felt like they were in a groove, right? WWE. And now all of a sudden, after Mania, it just seemed like, because we were snowballing, right? We were chilling, we were going up. We had the Roman Reigns, Sami situation. Cody was doing the story. You know what I mean? We're doing this. And then Mania happens, and then it's just like, ooh, what we doing? Brock attacks Cody. Roman's going for the tag belts. What we doing, guys? We just going downhill now. Champions are on other brands that don't even go with their brand. Like,
and the SmackDown Superstars going for the World Championship, and it was only Raw exclusive, and it's like, what's going on here?
And then you got to trade them over. And it's like, yo, it seems like Vince is back there just throwing shit at the wall again. I don't even believe it's Triple H anymore.
Maybe. But
that's how it feels though. Like the last couple, like since Mania, I want to say it's been like, okay, like I feel like it was started off a little hot, and I was just like, okay.
Now what? Yeah.
Yeah, like after the draft, it was like, okay. Backlash happened, that was dope, but then that Monday just confused more things, and it was like,
Yeah. I see.
yeah.
I see. I mean, it's
Triple H
again.
gotta stop his shit, bro.
I
Stop his
chill,
shit.
chill.
So we got Oscar, right?
I got Oscar. I
Oscar.
got Oscar. So
The
yeah.
SmackDowns we don't really got. We know it's real, right?
Yeah, the SmackDown. We can skip the SmackDown one. We already know Rhea's gonna win.
It's real.
Then now the last match that we have on the card is the tag team match for the undisputed tag team belts: Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So, what I think is gonna happen
So I
for
have a
this
quick
match?
question, real quick, before
Yeah,
you give
what's
your
up?
prediction. KO and Sammy
Yeah,
never fought in Saudi.
yeah.
Why all of a sudden now? Is it because they're champions and they have to?
I guess so. I guess so.
Okay.
But
I didn't know if there was like a reason or not, if you knew or not. So that's why I
I
was
didn't know.
asking.
But I'm assuming that's the reason
But I
why.
saw that and I was just like, I feel like they don't fight in Saudi. That's why for a while I was like, are they gonna lose it before Saudi? And then they started fighting like Judgment
Yeah,
Day. I was like, are they gonna lose this shit?
yeah. That's what I thought too. I'm like, okay, maybe they're gonna lose it.
Because it was like,
But
oh, Saudi's getting quick. Like it's coming up. It's coming up.
it's
And I was
yeah.
like, this shit's next week and they're still champions.
That
Like,
that's what I was saying before. Like we were talking about what the main event was gonna be at this card. I think that this match is gonna open up the show because I think this is gonna be something to where like Sammy probably wants to leave and get out of there and not be around there. So have his match be first so he can wrestle, win,
where
and
you running
leave.
off to? It's a
He just doesn't
23-hour
want to be
flight.
there.
It's a
I guess he
23-hour
doesn't.
flight, homie. You can't rush nowhere. You
I think
there,
he has
you
his own
there.
private jet. I think that's the deal he made. Like we'll get you out of there as soon as possible, so we don't have to stay there and leave.
I don't think you open with this match. I think if anything, you open with the title match, the world title match.
Yeah,
You
I
started
mean,
off on like a high point. You have these high flyers going at it. AJ Rollins, a dream match. Same way,
yeah,
like, what was that show that opened with Cena and Triple H? It was like, all right, we can't put
uh,
this main event, but we gotta at least put it first.
yeah. That it was also a Saudi show, right? I believe.
Was
Or
that
was it?
Saudi or Australia? I think it was Saudi. I think it was the first
I think it
Saudi
was
show
Australia.
or the first Australia show. It was one of them,
I
but I know it
believe
was the
so.
first show.
Yeah, I believe it was Australia, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. Random off topic again. I know we don't have topic too much, but like, would you be cool if they brought back? I know this is not related to the match, but would it be cool if they brought back another Australian show,
Yeah.
like pay per view, like Super Showdown?
Yeah, why not? As long as you're not doing bullshit.
Yeah, that
It'd be
is
like a
true.
real pay per view.
Yeah, not like
Like
a
not
like
just
a
a network exclusive.
yeah. I
Make
was
it
gonna
a
say like a
real
one
pay
of
per
those.
view now. Yeah, like
Make
make
it
me
like
care about it.
a
Make me
make
care
it
about
like
it.
yeah. Make it like a what's it called? I guess like a battleground or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a bring back a one time thing and then just make it a pay per view on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
That way, like I want to care about it. But I wouldn't mind seeing another show in Australia. That'd be cool.
Facts. I would be
That'd be
down with
cool.
that.
But for this match, I think the Usos are gonna cost Roman and Solo the match.
Okay.
I think because I don't see Roman. I love Roman. I acknowledge Roman. Always will. I don't think he's gonna get the four belts. I don't think. I don't see that happening. You know what I
Kind of
mean?
want to see it happen.
I don't want to see it happen. I
Kind of
don't
want
want
to
to.
see it happen because I want to know how he's gonna carry them. Like is Paul Heyman gonna hold all four?
Probably. I mean, I think he's gonna definitely hold two on his shoulders and then like
Which
two
ones are
around his
you
waist.
holding?
The world titles. And then he has to be the world titles, right?
Which ones are you holding?
If I were him, I would hold the world titles and then have the tag ones around his waist. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I do think that the Usos are gonna cost him the match because I've heard like stuff that they're planning on doing Solo and Roman versus the Usos at Money in the Bank. I don't
Okay.
think it'll be for the titles. Um, I think it's gonna because again, this story does not need to have the titles involved. Not even the world titles. It'd be cool, yes, but if it's gonna be a tag team match, you don't need the tag team titles on them. You know what I mean? You could definitely have the Usos cost Roman and Solo the match. It's not gonna make them look weak because they got distracted.
Yep.
You could have Solo meet even that. You know what? I changed my prediction. I changed this now because I forgot I thought about this before, but I think people are assuming they're assuming that the Usos are going to distract Roman and Solo because that's all everyone's talking about. But I think that it's going to be Solo, the one that costs Roman the match. Like, yeah, why would he distract his own teammate? He could have won the tag team titles, but he doesn't want the tag team titles. He wants Roman's titles. So I feel like Solo is gonna like out of nowhere, like he kind of did with Jey Uso at Backlash, where he just held his throat almost at the Samoan Spike, something like that, where he actually grabs Roman and does the Samoan Spike, and then he costs him the match. I think that people aren't going to see that coming because, like I said, people are expecting the Usos to come out and do something. If Solo does it, that's going to be a great way to give him a main event push and make it believable that he could beat Roman. Will it happen so soon? I don't know. Maybe it will. I want it to, but maybe that's the storyline from Saudi. I think that could happen.
I agree 100%.
It would be a shocker.
I was gonna say those two predicaments also. I was gonna say either the Usos cost him the match, and Solo takes a super kick for Roman, and then Roman gets pushed out the ring by Owens or somebody, and then Sammy pins Solo.
Ooh.
Like they go to kick Roman, and Solo gets in the way and takes the hit for Roman.
Yeah.
And then Roman still loses, but doesn't get pinned.
Yeah, it makes him look strong.
And now he loves Solo. Solo's his guy. I love you,
Yeah.
Solo. I love you.
Unless I also have a feeling that this match is gonna end in like a disqualification, so that way like technically Roman wins, but he doesn't win the titles.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But that could also potentially happen.
Because what I thought, but it's gonna be like that's gonna be a long build. Because you could do that. I love you, Solo. Thank you so much. You do the tag match at Money in the Bank. Roman and Solo win. They go on and do their thing for the rest of the year. Love you, Solo. This is my guy, Solo. This is Solo, guys. Solo keeps helping him. Solo goes through everybody for him. Solo wins the Royal Rumble. And then we finally get the Batista Triple H moment with... Nah, bud. I don't want that. I don't want that toy belt on Raw.
Yeah.
I want this belt.
Yeah.
And then you finally got the Solo and Roman match where he dethrones the tribal chief. Or if you want to do it earlier, Solo costs Roman the match.
Yeah, and Saturday.
And Solo becomes the leader of the bloodline.
And with the Usos, yes. The Usos, yeah.
And now
I would agree with that.
You will acknowledge your tribal chief.
Yeah, and then Roman goes on a break.
Roman goes on a break.
Yeah.
Roman comes back. Let's say to cost him Money in the Bank. I just like costing people money in the bank.
Yeah.
I like costing people money in the bank.
It
cost him Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman warns him, don't do it. Roman's after you. He knows what you did. Da, da, da. Solo's like, I don't give a fuck. Roman comes out, attacks Solo. Maybe it's even before the match. Maybe it's on a SmackDown. And now you have to fill in the spot. Solo never even touches the match.
Yeah.
SummerSlam. Roman, Solo. The match of the century. Yeah. Roman, now you're like, ooh, what are we going to do here? But we all know Solo is a heel.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman cost Roman the match. Ooh. And now we got the bloodline without Roman. With their new leader, Solo, with the Usos and Paul Heyman. Because they need a mouthpiece.
Yeah. Yeah. What if, though?
Because he don't speak words.
Exactly.
He's a man of just actions.
Yeah.
So you need Heyman.
Yeah.
And then we don't see Roman for a little bit.
Here's the thing, though. Because they announced last night on Raw that their Money in the Bank qualifying match is happening next week, starting on Raw.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking that, like, let's say if the Usos turn on Solo and Roman at Saudi, right? They can definitely have, like, a qualifying match for SmackDown where it's Solo, like, Roman makes Solo qualify, but he has to face one of the Usos to do it. Then when he wins Money in the Bank, he can go for the like you said, the other belt on that show, the less important one, to Roman. So
Or
that
hand
way
over
you
the
make him,
money in the bank to Roman, so
yeah, and then
nobody
you
could
no,
cash in on him.
not even that. So that way you're gonna have not the all champions, but all three world championships on two people. Maybe you can have that storyline like, oh, you're gonna give it to me, but I just want you to hold it for me. You're protecting that. You're the
Yeah.
enforcer. You protect my briefcase. I want you to hold it. But technically, Solo did win it, but it's not
Yeah.
officially Roman's yet because Solo's holding it. So what if he holds it out of nowhere, unexpectedly, when people aren't expecting it? Solo just catches in on Roman when Roman's down. Maybe in an Extreme
Nah,
Rules match,
I
you
need
cash
him.
in.
I need a clean like solo match for the title. I
I
can't
kind of feel
have
like
him
that's
doing
like,
no
oh
sneaky
shit.
stuff. I need him to do that,
It
like
could be
something at
like,
Saudi that he just grabs him and fucking just hits him with the smallest spike and leaves. And
okay,
then it's like,
maybe you
what
do
the
that too.
fuck was that? Like,
Yeah,
what just happened?
yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know, man. There's a lot of ways they could do that. Or like I said, you do the long run, and you're like, Solo, I love you. This is
Yeah,
my guy. This is Solo, guys.
this is
And then
Solo.
after a while, you just keep building him up. He's the monster next to Roman. They get into all these feuds together,
Yeah,
and then he wins the Royal Rumble.
yeah.
And then,
That'd be sick.
and
That'd
then
be sick. Yeah, I think you there's so many
Roman goes
ways.
down in the same city that booed him when he won the Royal Rumble. It's a great
Yeah,
circle of life.
yeah. That would be insane.
That was the start of the Roman reign.
I see what you did there.
And it's the end. It closes the chapter.
It's the end of Roman's reign.
Exactly.
And then I think Roman finishes Cody's story for him. So that way it's like chapter closed, that's it, no champion.
Yeah,
Um
that's it.
yeah, that's insane though. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that, honestly.
Because
And
now,
there's so many different ways. There's so
bro,
many different ways. If
everywhere I
one
have has Solo winning the belt, though.
yeah, yeah.
I think he
I swear to
deserves to.
God.
I think he deserves to dethrone
He
Roman.
does. He does.
I
I
think
really think he does.
him or Gunther.
Yes. Yes. I do think that yeah, like if one of these possibilities that we just discussed happens in real life, I swear to God, someone in WWE actually watches that show, and we should write for creative, and we should get
I will
paid for
sue
that.
them. I will sue them.
Yeah, I'm saying we should sue them and be like, "Yo, you stole our storyline. We got
But
proof
like,
right
yeah,
here.
but
I
we
said
didn't do it at Money in the Bank. We did it on a random SmackDown. So
it." Yeah,
technically,
we didn't
it's
take your
not the same
storyline.
thing.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm gonna be so tight if they do it. I'll be happy, like yes, I called it, but like, come on, no.
Facts. I'll be like, oh, I called that shit, but I called it a little too good, didn't I?
Yeah, I was
That was
so
a
it
little
was
on
spot on.
point. That was a little spot on right there.
Yeah, that'd be yeah. I hope something cool happens to where like something we're not expecting. Because if something
I think it's that. I think it's one of those moments. That's why I
really,
have it as the main event.
I don't know. Because again, like I don't
Because
maybe
I feel like even if you have that as the opening, even having the Usos turn or Solo turn, that's a big moment.
yeah
That's an ending of a show moment.
yeah that is true. But like, I don't know because
A
again, but the
title
whole
win is a title win. It's
yeah
cool.
yeah
Like Rollins won the opening of WrestleMania for the
yeah
title against Brock.
that
You
is
know what I mean?
true. Yeah, I mean I don't know because again, like I said, with the whole Sammy and him going to Saudi thing, may not be like something he's comfortable with. You know, he may want to just wrestle his match and leave.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what his situation is. You know, something to do with I think his religion, I guess.
Oh, you know
So
what
you
he
don't know
should have
what
did? Take the titles off your
yeah,
champions
but
that
like
can't go to the country.
maybe they'll do something to where like he doesn't actually go and they'll make up a reason. Like maybe like oh he like his flight got delayed, he couldn't make it, so like Roman and Solo are just in the ring by themselves. Like they were waiting for the match, but didn't have actually happen.
Yeah.
But they're most likely gonna happen because they've been advertising this shit for a while. So I think it's actually gonna happen. But again, like I don't know. Again, it's Sammy's personal thing. You know, it's not something that I get it. He's working that he's gonna have to defend it, but it's like you're gonna have to make your employees more comfortable if they don't want to be there.
I got the answer for you.
You got the answer. What does it say? What does it
This
say?
is also online, so I don't know how 100% it is. Also, I don't know the world like that. It says
Yeah,
that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Syria had cut ties in 2011. Now they're back to having where it says diplomatic relations. So I guess now they have a like a treaty together. I don't fucking
Yeah,
know. But
yeah,
now
I
they're
don't.
back to
But again,
now they're
but
cool,
Sam,
I guess.
yeah,
So that's
Sammy has
why,
been.
and then it says that's why Sammy and Kevin both opted to go to Saudi this year because they're in diplomatic
Okay.
relations now.
But again, Sammy hasn't appeared in the last few. Maybe he'll go and it'll be fine. So maybe
So,
we'll win an event. But
Owens either. Think about it.
yeah,
Owens
oh yeah,
always to support Sammy. He always said that.
that
I
is
wouldn't
true.
go.
That is true.
So
That
for
is true.
Sammy to say yes had to be that they're cool now. The two
Yeah,
country. The yeah.
I mean, that is true. That is true. So yeah, maybe they're not. They maybe are not the opening match. I guess they
Yeah.
are the main event. I guess. But like
You
we'll
guys
see.
stayed there. They're the main event.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. I think that's it's. I think it should be an event. I guess. Yeah, it should. That would be a
It's the
cool
most
ending.
unpredictable match.
Yeah, it is. That's the only match I'm like either who should win. I
Yeah.
want it makes more sense to have Sammy and KO win because I
Yeah.
don't think they should lose it right away. But like again, so much can happen. It's like how is it gonna end? Is Roman gonna take the pin, even though it's not for the Universal Championship? Is Solo gonna take the pin? Is Solo gonna cost him? The Usos gonna cost him? There's so many outcomes, and it's like I don't know. But I want Sammy and
It's
KO to win.
just another chapter in the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn story that Kevin Owens turns on Sammy or some shit.
Oh
We don't
no!
know.
Don't say that. Don't
And then
jinx
Roman
it.
just
Don't
looks
jinx
at
it.
him and like just crawls and pins Sammy 1, 2, 3 as Kevin's just
Gosh.
looking over.
Like he goes for the tag and just moves
Anything
his
can
hand away.
happen, Nick. And this
Oh
is why it
god.
has to be the main
If
event.
you jinx it, I swear to God, I'm gonna be tight next episode if you did after Saudi. Be so tight. But like, I think this should be the final chapter of this story. Like, I love this story, best story you've seen in a long ass time. But
Yeah.
I think that this story should be the final. How do you say it? What's the saying? The final nail in the coffin.
Yep.
The last thing, Then on to Usos versus Roman and Solo. After this, no more KO and Sammy involved with this Roman Reigns stuff. Because at
Yeah.
this point, it should have been done at Mania.
Yeah.
They're all both on different brands now. I get it. The
And
titles are
that's why I'm
unified.
nervous they're gonna give the belts to Solo and Roman. Because I'm like, what's Sammy and KO gonna do now?
Yeah.
Can they keep up the hype without the Usos and Roman on the storyline?
I think they can. There's definitely ways you could do it. Like give a long lengthy feud to Imperium or Judgment Day. Those are two their best tag teams right now in that division on Raw.
Yep.
Give a long maybe Imperium at Money in the Bank in the UK. They're from the UK.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to give it to them. And then after that you have Judgment Day, Dom and Priest or Finn and Dom, whatever you want to do it. Make it a Freebird rule where all three of them get to hold it. It's not
Exactly. Like the
specifically
New Day.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that way, like either one of them can hold it. That's for SummerSlam. That's when you have the maybe you have the turn on Kevin Owens. Doesn't I mean not necessarily joining Judgment Day, but that's when you have the turn to be like,
No,
hey,
yeah, just
he's turning. Yeah.
yeah.
Then that's how you have Judgment Day win the titles. So they have something this year.
I gotta do something, man, because now you finally got your tag team like champions hot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
let's do something now. Like you said, there's a lot of options. Will they do it though?
I don't know. I hope they do it because it makes sense. But I don't know.
Without
I
luck, they'll put fucking LA Knight and somebody together and give them the belts. With our fucking luck.
yeah.
I'll just give that shit to Braun and Ricochet.
But I hope what they do at least is like at least relinquish a SmackDown belts. You know what I mean? They're on Raw. They need two tag team belts. I think SmackDown has a great tag division as well. They won both belts at the same time, so it wouldn't hurt if they dropped one of them.
Yeah.
It's not like the Usos when they won it, then won the SmackDown one later, but they did win both at the same time, so it won't hurt them if they drop the SmackDown when they continue the Raw title reign.
Yeah.
Tag team. I'm pretty sure they're building up the tag team division on SmackDown too. Pretty deadly, amazing. The Brawling Brutes got the Street Profits. They got a few. I can't think of some at the moment, but they have a good tag team division over there too.
OC.
The OC, exactly.
Give them a title run, man.
Yeah,
Come
bro.
on.
Exactly.
This is why FTR didn't come back.
Yeah.
Because they're not doing shit.
They're not doing anything. They're not. Yeah.
But yeah, that was the card, right?
Yeah, that was it. But
Huh?
then we could talk about do you want to talk about the SmackDown Women's Championship for a little bit? We still got time.
It's
You
Natalia
don't?
and Rhea.
Yeah. I mean,
You
I
think
want to.
Natalia's
I want.
winning?
No, 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 no. I want to be hyped for this match. I got Rio winning, but like I want to be hyped for this match. But it's like I know
I
it's
would
still gonna
love to
be.
be hyped for this match.
Yeah, I know. I want it to be. uh, I don't know. I don't even know what to think. I don't have an opinion. I just know Rio's gonna win.
Rhea's winning, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can say is that
It's
Rio's winning.
Natalia.
Yeah, I love Natalia. She
Love
has
her.
like she has
She's
my
a
flowers. I'll give her
workhorse.
my flowers.
Yeah,
She is.
she's a
Yeah,
workhorse, but
it's
they haven't given me a reason to care for her. When she came out to what was that? When she came out to approach
she
Rhea,
walked her
I
way to
was
the
just
ring, and
like,
then someone.
I was like, this is what we're doing.
It was like a Jeff Hardy moment when Matt Hardy was getting beat up, and then Jeff Hardy was just dancing his way to the ring. Like, yo, help
Yeah,
your
it was
brother
like
out. He was getting fucked up.
this is what we're fucking doing. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say Rio's winning.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the card for Night of Champions taking place this Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I
We
forgot
are
it's
going to be
early.
doing Double or Nothing predictions for this week as well, so stay tuned for that episode as we do that. Um, and that'll be it for today's episode of Night of Champions, episode number 118 of the Ring Fanatics podcast.
Yes,
I'm Nick.
sir.
With me is my co-host Joel, and we will see you guys next time.
Catch ya.